or not, I still remember my very first Halloween costume. I was a bunny rabbit. And I'll never forget the bunny mask that came with the costume. I actually hated it. Now, the face itself was cute, okay? But it was so uncomfortable to wear. And by the way, little did I know that years later we're gonna be wearing masks all the time. So, boy, it was so uncomfortable to have that mask on. I really had a hard time breathing through those two little holes in the nose. And the material also had that funky smell to it, and it would make my face sweat. And imagine the shock of a 3 or 4-year-old Larry looking himself in the mirror wearing that mask, that whole costume. And I remember seeing myself for the first time, and that weird image of a bunny rabbit, but that's me, but I couldn't believe it. So it was just an awkward moment standing there in front of a mirror and seeing me as a rabbit. In ancient Greece, which is known for its theater, an actor would put on a mask to pretend to be someone else. In fact, in the Greek language, the term for actor is hypocrite, which literally means one who wears a mask. But these actors or hypocrites were not bad people. It was just their job to be on stage and play different characters. Today, the word has evolved to mean a person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated beliefs or feelings. It can also manifest itself by means of us looking down on others when we ourselves are flawed. I think it's so easy for us to feel smug about hypocrisy. We know a hypocrite when we see one, right? We can sense a phony individual from miles away. It's that person who says one thing, but deliberately does the opposite. It's that one who fails to practice what he or she preaches, yet is so quick to condemn others for their sins. It's that condescending person who's always judging or criticizing every little thing you do, only to mask their exact same shortcomings. It's that person who loves to grandstand, one who makes a big deal of themselves every time they serve or help someone in order to receive praise for their actions. And yes, it can be that person who attends Mass regularly, sings the hymns and says the prayers and listens to the readings and the homily, yet refuses to change anything in their heart. Hypocrites make us feel frustrated and angry because of their inability to be true. But let us step back for a minute. Because the truth is, we who are sinners in this fallen world, we're all hypocrites from time to time, if we're really being honest with ourselves. We don't try to be, but it can certainly happen to the best of us, even the most faithful among us. What Jesus is trying to tell us is that we must choose authenticity over hypocrisy. He wants us to remove our mask. We don't have to pretend to be something we are not. Hypocrisy is an abomination to the God who sees and knows the heart. He knows we have our flaws, but with God, we can be authentic. Being authentic is staying true to yourself. That is, when your inside matches your outside. It means living by a code of morals and values, embracing the words of Jesus, and allowing the Holy Spirit to guide you on your path. Being authentic means not hating, not demoralizing or bringing others down. Rather, it's showing love, kindness, compassion, and appreciation to others without expecting anything in return. Being authentic means recognizing the brokenness in us that requires divine healing. It is acknowledging rather than denying that we will fail in some way, shape, or form in the future, but that we will get back up again. Being authentic is also being able to cultivate the courage to be imperfect and vulnerable. We can and should be mindful of our shortcomings, yet still bring our greatest work to life. There simply is no point in striving to become someone we're not. Keeping that mask on over time is exhausting, and it strips us of our authentic self. Just being you is the most perfect thing you could ever be. And there's no better way to invite more grace, gratitude, and joy into our lives than by being transparent in our relationship with God, with ourselves, and with other people.